Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Baldy, and in this video, I want to talk about how to check drive rush with Zangief. Now, in my opinion, I've always had this opinion, and that is Zangief is probably one of the best characters in the game when it comes to checking drive rush. I mean, it's just all of his moves that can check drive rush. They have a pretty good reward if you check it. Because most of his moves have quite a bit of range, like crouching light kick. This has a lot of ranges, is massive. Like, he has a lot of ways to deal with drive rushes from honestly any range. Like, he can deal with drive rushes from like here. He can deal with drive rushes even up close pretty well if you're ready for it. So I was just gonna go over those and what I think are his best buttons to check drive rushes with, and the areas where you can use them. So I'm gonna start off with what, in my opinion, is the best way to check drive rush. I mean, what is the best move to check drive rush? And that is his standing medium punch. This one is my personal favorite because it's very big. It's pretty fast. Even at like mid ranges like this, if someone's drive rushing at you, it's pretty likely that you're going to be able to get the full target combo off. Especially if they try going for like a drive rush grab. If you react with a standing medium punch, the target combo is basically guaranteed. I have the dummy set to do a grab and a throw at this range, so it'll able to beat out quite a bit of moves, and its range does really go a long way. Oftentimes you're not going to lose with this using this button to check a drive rush, and it's just the reward is pretty good all things considered. So yeah. Another one that I like to use a lot is his standing light kick. Standing light kick is really good for the simple fact of it's a really big move. It can check drive rushes pretty easily. You can do that for a combo. This also works as a combo that you can do for more damage, and it's just really nice. It doesn't have that much whiff recovery, so that's also nice. And again, just how much range it has, it really can't be understated. It's a little susceptible to like losing to say like moves that stop momentum and whatnot, but that's kind of just how it is with drive rush in general. In this with like checking drive rush in general in this game, like you're not gonna be able to check every drive rush, and that's one thing I want you guys to keep in mind for this video, that you're not going to be able to check every single drive rush. That's just unrealistic. Sometimes you're going to have to go for a perfect parry. Sometimes you're going to have to go for just blocking the drive rush. Sometimes if they do like a, say, drive rush and a button, you're just going to have to drive reversal it. Just stuff like that you're just going to have to do. But, yeah. So another button that's also really good, especially in like close range like this for checking drive rushes, is his crouching light kick. I mean, it's his fastest button, and also it, has really big range. It's the longest 4-frame in the game, so like it's pretty easy to catch people doing drive rushes, and it's a nice check. If they're doing it really close like this, sometimes you can walk forward and get an SPD like that. Only real downside to this though is that it is fast, yes, but the reward on it really isn't good. Like even here, like that just whiffs. You can't go for a standing light punch. So really, after this, all you're gonna get that's like guaranteed is just the light. It's just a light kick check, and that's it, which isn't bad. It's good to stop a drive rush, stops them from getting pressure on you, but like compared to all the other buttons that I'm going to mention in this video's reward, it's not really the greatest. Another one that's really good to check drive rushes with is his crouching medium punch. Crouching medium punch is good to check drive rushes with because it's a pretty fast move. The reward is also nice on it too. Like this is always a guaranteed combo. You can swap it out with if you want to, you can also swap it out with a standing heavy kick, but I mean there's no real point to, same amount of damage, but that's just like proof of concept really. Only downside though is that the moves like how do I put this, his hitbox isn't really the greatest. Like it's not like, see, this isn't hitting, it doesn't hit like on his entire arm. It's not like a Luke crouching medium punch type of hitbox, but it's not bad by any means. It's just sometimes if you do it too early, you can actually just eat a punish counter because the hitbox just isn't that good, but it's like decent enough to where you can definitely confirm off of it and realistically be able to check people's drive rushes off of it. And it has some of the best reward off of any like any button to use to check a drive rush with. Another one that's really nice is his standing medium kick. This move is just really big. It can check most drive rushes. Like it's just such a huge move. If you do expect someone to do a drive rush, and you, especially from like farther out, standing medium kick's probably going to be your way to go. That and standing light kick, just because those moves are just so big. If they use like a move to say stop their momentum, like for example, I'm going to set DJ to do like, yeah, see, that'll lose, which sucks. But that's just, I mean, again, that's just kind of comes into the matter of you're not going to be able to check every drive rush. And that doesn't apply to every character either. Not every character can like stop their momentum like that. Let's see, what's another one? Another one that's pretty good to use is his crouching medium kick. It's kind of like, it's pretty much the same as using like standing medium punch. Although the problem with this though, in my opinion, or why I don't use it, is that it has a hard time dealing with well, actually no, it doesn't have a hard time dealing with anything. Its main problem to me is that it has a lot of overlap frame data wise. Like, it is almost identical to standing medium punch, but the potential reward off of a standing medium punch is way better than hitting a crouching medium kick. A crouching medium kick gives you how much? Whoa, he's not doing the thing. A crouching medium kick would give you, say, 840 damage, whereas if you were to check out with a draw, if you were to check out with standing medium punch, that's guaranteed like 840. They're in your face +4, and you can go for a mix-up if you want to, or if they're close enough, you can get the target combo off. So I just think the potential damage you can get off of a standing medium punch makes it more worth it than doing a crouching medium kick. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that crouching medium kick is bad by any means. I just feel like it has a bit of overlap when it comes to checking drive rushes. Another good button is obviously his crouching light punch. Crouching light punch is fast. If you're really good at it, you can do this for a combo, but you have to be pretty close range for that. If you do want this to confirm at farther ranges, you're gonna have to use meter, and that's for about 13%. It's okay damage. You can also kind of do the same thing with standing light punch. It's also active for 3 frames, and it has like next to no recovery, like 9 frames. So that's also a button you can use to check people's dry rushes. And yeah. So now I want to go into my personal favorite button to check drive rush with, or sorry, favorite special to check drive rush with. You can probably assume what it is. And that is good old-fashioned SPD. Now, SPD is kind of one of those things where it's like, honestly, I would say it's like high risk, medium reward, but you have to take it with a grain of salt, because this this special is best used to check like forward advancing normals. Perfect example is Jamie's drive rush heavy punch. Hope he's not doing it. Let me. Okay, yeah, like from basically like even all the way out here, if I know Jamie's gonna do it, that works. Here, that works. It's just a really, really, really consistent way to check any forward advancing moves. The same applies for other things too. Like I've been able to get JPs doing their crouching medium kick. I know some Rashids, they like to do their forward medium punch to get in, and it's just really consistent against a lot of forward advancing normals, even at like really far ranges out like this. So long as you time the SPD properly, you're gonna be able to get the damage. And since it's a light, you can actually, since it's light SPD, you can actually go in and do this, and that'd be a true media block string. So that's nice. And yeah, there's also, though, I should probably mention the buttons that you probably shouldn't use to check drive rush. And that is this button. I mean, I feel like I don't really need to explain why this move is probably like one of his worst moves, period. I don't recommend using that. Sweep, I feel like you can use, but I don't know. It's a little riskier and it's kind of slow. It's also really easy to like get jabbed out of just with the way the hitbox is designed. So it's kind of risky. The knockdown's pretty nice, though, I will say, but it's definitely not like an amazing option to check drive rushes with, in my opinion. This one, I mean, if you know someone has a habit of doing like drive rush into an immediate low, you can maybe get away with doing it, but I just don't think it's really worth doing when you could just do another button and check that, and which is going to be way safer to do. You can also do standing heavy punch as an option. It's not the worst thing ever because of its armor. It's actually not that bad at all. Although if they're drive rushing into a cancelable medium, or say just any cancelable button in general, if they see that you're charging the heavy punch, then it's a pretty likely chance that they are going to be able to DI you. Sometimes you'll be able to recover in time, so then you can counter DI, but I just think that it's a bit on the riskier side, especially if you hold it all the way and they like delay their DI. You can get smoked pretty well. But it's definitely not bad. It also loses to drive rush lows, which can definitely hurt its effectiveness too. But it's not the worst thing ever. This is also a button you can kind of use to check drive rushes. I don't recommend it personally. It's just that it's like, it's a very vertical hitbox. It has like almost no horizontal range, like at all. Especially like closer to Zangief, like it whistle on crouchers for an example. So I don't really recommend using it. Especially say like a Kimberly wants to drive rush forward at you, they're likely gonna do a drive rush light, or a drive rush low, and you're just gonna lose to it every time. And plus, if you're gonna be able to react with a standing heavy kick, you might as well just react with crouching medium punch and get way more damage, or just any of his other buttons. Honestly, it's just like, it's pretty slow, and then the reward, I mean, it's what, you're +5 with a bunch of pushback. It's not really all that, in my opinion. Let's see, you can, like, I don't know, I've seen sometimes using level 2 to check drive rushes, but it's just that the move's really slow. If they're not immediately doing the button like that, if they like drive rush to like travel and then you do your level 2, oftentimes your level 2s, they're just gonna be able to block your level 2 because it's not a fast move. So that, I don't really recommend that. If you can, like, if you know that they're gonna do like a slower button, like say you're in the Zangief Ditto, and they're doing this, that it's fine to react with level 2, but it's not, I wouldn't really recommend it. Let's see. I mean, that's really all I have for this video. It's not the longest video. I'm just mainly going over like ways, like the best buttons to check drive rush with, what buttons not to use drive rush with. Checking drive rush really does just come with time and practice. And again, I want to make this very clear. Don't expect to check every drive rush. If you can check drive rush often, that's great. That's awesome. But sometimes, if someone's drive rushing at you, it's okay to just block or go for a perfect parry. That's because those are realistically your safest and most consistent options to do. But yeah, Zangief is really, really good at checking drive rushes. I've always felt strongly that's one of his strengths as a character. It's just like, I just feel like his buttons are almost designed to stop drive rushing. So yeah, I hope this video helped in any way. I planned on having the video going over my TNS run the other day. Soon, I don't know when for sure, but that's definitely going to be a video I want to have out. And yeah, if you like this video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that, and I will see you guys next time.